Good morning. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And here's Charlie with the announcements.
Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, October 16th, and it is a white day. A reminder that tomorrow there will be no Pep Chapel. We're meeting here. And student government will meet right after school today in South Church Sanctuary. Note the change in location. See Mr. Ryan or me with any questions. Hills will meet today during conference period in Ranger 215. There will be a unique opportunity presented to this year's juniors and sophomores in Hills. Please come to learn more or see Mrs. Angel or Mr. Levitt for more information. The stars are aligned for an unforgettable night at the Starry Night Homecoming Dance this Saturday, October 18th. From 7 to 10 p.m. in the Alumni Gym. Semi-formal plus attire, $3 a person or $5 a couple. Bring extra money for snacks and drinks. Doors close at 8 p.m. Come to get your sparkle on. Japan trip travelers are reminded to attend a mandatory meeting today during conference period in Ranger 108. Attention poetry lovers, it's time to prepare for our annual school poetry declamation and championship. The contest will run slightly differently this year due to some changes in the National Poetry Out Loud program. If you are not taking an English class this semester and would still like to compete, please stop by Ranger 110 to talk over the options for competing with Mrs. McKenzie. What happens when a democracy quietly slips into tyranny? This month, book club will be discussing Prophet Song, Paul Lynch's Haunting, Booker Prize winning novel, a gripping story of courage, family, and survival in uncertain times. Pick up a copy in the library and put our next meeting, October 29th at 5:30 on your calendar. Happy birthday today to Mr. Lejeune. Happy birthday. And there are no sports today, according to the announcement, so have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Charlie. I have so many late announcements that I've put them into the good news and bad news categories. I'm going to start with the bad news. For today and tomorrow, students are not allowed to bring food from the dining hall into the cafe. The loss of this privilege is because students are consistently not bringing plates back to the main dining hall. So that's today and tomorrow, no cafe. Monday, if you bring food into the cafe, you must return your dishes to the dining hall plate return when you're done. If this continues to be an issue, we might have to eliminate the privilege entirely moving forward. So please do your part to ensure that we can all continue to enjoy food in the cafe. Number 2, unfortunately, there is a statewide ban on fires right now. And because of the drought conditions we've been experiencing, the homecoming bonfire cannot happen. We wish there was anything we could do about this, but it is a major safety consideration, so we're not going to be able to do it. But there is a pizza party in Streeter Dining Hall, free pizza. So come to the pizza party instead. Good news. Girls varsity soccer beat Burlington 3-2 on Monday. Ellie Reed had 1 goal, assisted by Casey Calkins, and Avery Gelwicks had 2 goals, assisted by Lucy Moriarty and Sophie Hafner. Jaden Bunnell had 7 saves. The JV team also beat Burlington 4-1. Cora Adams scored twice, and Vivi Huntington and Lila Yerkes each scored once. Willoughby Heath had 11 saves in net. Nice girls soccer. Good job. Give it up. On Saturday, the boys' varsity cross-country team traveled to Saratoga Springs, New York, for the Burnt Hills Invitational. The boys' team finished 4th out of 70 teams. Joel Thornton Sherman led the way with an 8th place finish, followed by Brian Stalker in 14th. All the boys who traveled to New York ran personal best times. Other members of the boys' cross-country team traveled to the NVAC League Championships, where Matt Wilson finished in 19th place. Boys varsity cross country, nice work. Amazing. Personal bests. Personal bests. The varsity field hockey team extended their winning streak to 5, beating North Country 3-1. The varsity team would also like to congratulate our JV players who fought hard and grew so much in their skills this season. Nice field hockey. Nice. Over the weekend, members of the Hilltopper MTB team competed at the Arrowhead Enduro Race. In the 16U category, Merrick Williams placed 4th and Cyrus Kidder placed 6th. Tilly Lang placed 4th in the Pro Women's category. Hilltopper MTB, give it up. Congratulations to Maddox McFarland for earning CalRec Player of the Week and being a finalist for the Burlington Free Press Athlete of the Week. Nice job, Maddox. So we've received the results of this is in the good news category. We have received the results of the NEASC surveys. Thank you to all of you for filling those out. They're very helpful. We're analyzing that data now. So happy Thursday, everybody. We're missing many of the juniors this morning for the testing, PSATs, which is why Mrs. Lejeune told me yesterday, everybody canceled their live acts and their promotions and guest appearances today in chapel. So what I realized yesterday was that for the first time in quite a while, you've just got me. I'm the live act. I'm the promotion. I'm not usually short on things to say. I say things all day long. I talk to people one-on-one in my office, or in groups in conference rooms, or in the dining hall, or on the sidewalk, or on the phone, in emails and texts. Yesterday, I had a very long talk, bless you, with someone while walking about 8 times around the track. I talk in the car. I talk on Zoom. I talk in cafes and restaurants and other people's houses. I talk in the Price Chopper. I'm talking all the time. And at the end of some days, when I finally fall silent, the silence feels sort of delightful. And because I enjoy the silence, it makes me wonder whether I should have talked quite so much, or if perhaps I should have listened more closely, or taken a moment before chiming in to allow other voices to emerge. So in my past as an English teacher, I learned to be very patient with silence. So having asked a question that was not a dead end, so not, is this poem a sonnet? But why is this poem a sonnet? In recognition of the need to actually think about that question in that moment, I would wait, sometimes an excruciatingly long time, for someone to speak. And we're not always comfortable with silence. We often feel like we have to find something to say. Silence can feel like we're failing in some way, like we're not rising to the occasion of a conversation, or like we've dropped the ball, or missed a cue, or forgotten our lines. Silence can seem to suggest that we're not keeping up. We're not up to the job of a conversation, or worse, that we're dull and that we have no ideas. These are very uncomfortable feelings. In certain situations, silence can feel like a judgment. When something you say, especially in a group, is met with silence, it can feel like everyone is quietly thinking about it and thinking something about it, but that you don't know what that might be. So in that silence with your last comment hanging in the air, you might start to imagine what other people are thinking. If you're someone with lots of self-confidence, or is used to being listened to and has developed some arrogance, you might think they are just struck dumb with how brilliant that comment was. Or, I will just wait here until this group of students comes up with an answer to that brilliant question that I just asked. Or, they're just taking a minute to catch up with my razor-sharp wit. If you're a little less arrogant, you think, oh, uh-oh, I'm pretty sure that was dumb. Or what kind of a lame question was that? Quick, come up with a better one or they're going to lose all respect for you. Or if that joke was funny, surely someone would be laughing right now. Silence has that kind of power over us. But not being able to think of something to say is only truly difficult when you're really expected to say something. Teachers are acutely aware of this. Think about the beginning of just about every class you have here at the Academy. Think about how that goes. You come into the classroom, usually you take a seat. You settle in, you chat with your friends, you take out whatever you need to take out. The teacher takes attendance, and then there's that moment after that when what you're doing is waiting for your wonderful teacher to say something. You're not feeling any pressure to say anything. You're just expectant and waiting and silent. That is a silence that is both welcome and respectful, and also a void into which anything might go. And the teacher's thinking, hopefully, I am going to fly over this void. It's going to be fun because I am ready and I have a solid flying machine. But some days, I know, they might feel like, oh no, my plane might not work today. I might not have enough gas in this plane. And I can imagine that because that is how I felt yesterday at about 4 p.m. when Mrs. Lejeune told me that there were no live acts today in chapel, and it was going to be just me and the big, dark, echoey silence that is Fuller Hall with not enough juniors in it. And that would have been fine if I didn't know that I had a CTE advisory board dinner to go to and something to do at 7:20 this morning, and there would be little time in between for me to think of something to say. That's when I started thinking about how much we talk. We all talk every day. And I thought of a line from an essay by the Roman philosopher Plutarch. Those who have enjoyed a truly noble and royal education learn first to be silent, and then to speak. You were given 2 ears and only 1 mouth for a reason. You're only really learning when you're listening, and other people sometimes think of really interesting things to say. So don't be afraid of a little silence today, everybody. Enjoy the blustery weather, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Faculty. Fill in the silence. We have a really fun.
Miss trying to get me to be in it, but it was like kind of last minute because she liked me in between the math periods yesterday.
It's going to be pretty fun.
I'm excited.
It's Miss Toe and Mr. Pepper. All right, seniors, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Bye, Charlie. Okay, juniors, have a great day. See you tomorrow.
Hi. How are you? I'm all right. Doing our research process reviews in here because we can't use floor basement.
Oh, I know.